Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On today's program, Nigeria marks World Teachers' Day as reactions trail non-payment of salaries in most states of the Federation. Code of Conduct Tribunal Chairman dismisses Senate President's application to disqualify himself from hearing case on the grounds of bias. And Isheri residents raise alarm as overflow from Ogun River floods their homes. Thank you so much for joining us. It's World Teachers' Day, and the Nigerian teaching community are using the platform provided by the day to bring to attention the challenge of teaching in Nigeria. Apart from delayed salaries and poor remuneration, the teachers are also confronted with the challenge of having a good grasp of the policy thrust of the Universal Basic Education Program, the UBE. And in one of the states, residents in Kaduna are lamenting the irregular payment of their salaries by the Kaduna state government at the celebration of the 2016 World Teachers' Day. Teachers are raising concerns over the general well-being of their members. The state NUT chairman, Mr. Titus Amba, in his remarks, claims that primary school teachers are the most affected, with many of them being owed up to 8-month salaries. The NUT chairman, however, commended the state government for upgrading the teachers' terminal salary grade to grade level, thereby putting them on the same with permanent secretaries.
I want to seize the opportunity of this late meeting in Kaduna to appeal to all our states, especially where primary school education is being toyed with. How do I mean? Many of our state government, and some of our state government these days, without thinking of the implication, negative implication, we just say, okay, primary school, local government will continue to bring primary school teachers. But
and now joining us to give us more depth on the situation concerning teachers in the country is the Vice Chairman of the Nigeria Union of Teachers, Lagos State Chapter, Mr. Wasiu Ayola. Welcome to News Across Nigeria.
Thank you.
Congratulations on World Teachers' Day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization began marking this since '94, and from then to now, today, the theme for this year's World Teachers' Day happens to be
valuing teachers.
Valuing teachers.
Improving their status.
Thank you.
Yes.
How far do you see the government achieving this objective in their policy for the teaching profession in Nigeria?
Well, like in unionism, we say the struggle continues. Because when we are talking about the status of teachers, we are talking about the environment under which students are learning. So all what we can say is that we still need to improve upon what we have on ground.
And if speaking of what you have on ground, we just saw Kaduna State. There are problems across all the states concerning teachers' welfare. Teachers are being owed salaries. Do you think the government is approaching this with the urgency it requires?
Really, you know, the background history behind the Teachers' Day was that in 1966, there was intergovernmental conference in Paris where all governments of the world met and discussed on the status of teachers. So it closed on October 5, 1966, and UNESCO representatives signed the documents which recommend certain improvement in the status of teachers. So like we have really rightly observed, it was not until 1994 that a day was set aside for celebration. And it's not really for celebration. The day was set aside as World Teachers Day to draw attention of the world, to draw the attention of government towards education and towards teachers as a professional group. Now, coming to Nigeria, you see, as at the last count, not more than 7 states rather, have been paying regularly. Teachers, especially in primary and secondary school, are being held in some states from 2 to 7 months. So how do you now discuss the status of teachers without mentioning the regular payment of salary? So what we have on ground in Nigeria still need to be improved upon.
You think that the state governments are not prioritizing the needs of teachers in,
they are not.
In their budgets?
They are not. Like...
Or it's just, beg your pardon, or it's just because of the economic situation where...
situation, but you see, the countries that have made it all over the world, they are the countries that place high priority on education. But because of the fact that education is not bringing immediate profits, so governments, especially in Africa, not only peculiar to Nigeria, especially in Africa, normally put it below other priorities. So, and that is why for now, there is recession, there is no doubt, but they are attending to some other things. Teacher salaries are supposed to be in the first charges. Because if you play with education, you are playing with your future. You know? So, we are talking about corruption. Why do we have corruption? Because there was faulty in the education in the past. So, if you place education in the right position today, future will be better for us.
How can the Nigerian Union of Teachers bring influence to bear, if I may put it that way, on the state governments who haven't paid their salaries? What more can you do, really, aside from drawing attention to this fact?
You see, generally, we believe unionism has shifted from we no go gree to scientific discussion. And that is exactly what the state government, the union, Nigerian Union of Teachers, is doing mainly, to engage the government. But you see, an average a person in government in Nigeria, they are not responsive, particularly when you are talking about issue of education. They just believe they can do, something that will bring immediate profit to them. That's what they want to attend to. So we have been engaging them. So we want to single out in this situation, in the area of salaries, Lagos State government have been doing very, very fine. But then we still have some challenges. And today is the day set aside for teachers and for all stakeholders in education to really address issues that borders on education. So even though that the salary in Lagos State have been regular, we want to thank government for that. So even though that they have been trying, but we still have challenges with overpopulation.
Do you have enough teachers?
When we talk about overpopulation, that is, you are comparing the number of teachers, the population we have on ground, compared with the infrastructure and the number of teachers. So if there is overpopulation, then definitely what we are saying is that the infrastructures, the classrooms are not enough, teachers are not enough.
Because this obviously affects the public schools more.
Generally,
the private schools are more expensive.
Generally, the government, education is a right for a child. And to that extent, it is compulsory for government to provide education. So day in, day out, because of the fact that Lagos State government, there is free education. So there is influx of students from other states. And as a result, compared with the infrastructure on ground, the number of classrooms, the number of teachers, for now, we don't have enough. And
aside from Lagos, across the other Nigerian states as well, how can this problem of overpopulation be tackled?
Yes, is one, we just have to stop pretending. All over the world, government that places priority on education, they involve private bodies and individuals, well-meaning individuals.
In what way?
There are, in Lagos State, for example, now, the state government is running a policy where a parent is not even expected to contribute a penny. In the past, there are cases, maybe 100 naira, when they combine together, if there is a problem with a classroom, they can, the school managers can still do that. Okay. If the classrooms are not enough, they can put up a PTA can construct 2, 3 classrooms, 6 classrooms in some cases.
Okay, we'll just have to leave it there, though.
Yes,
for time
thank you very
constraints.
much.
Thank you so much for coming on News Across Nigeria, and we hope that the cause of teachers across the nation is advanced.
And because we teach you, we are the teacher of all professionals, including journalism. I'm journalist.
I remember.
So we want you to use today to draw the attention of the power that be towards education.
We hope we're doing that right now.
Thank you very much, sir.
Same here. Thank you so much, yes, Mr. Wasiu Ayola, who is the Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, the Lagos State Chapter. We'll have more on education when we come back on News Across Nigeria. Please stay with us.